Are you looking to buy or sell a home? Now is the time. The market is hot. Call Paige White with Berkshire Hathaway for all of your real estate needs. You can also search for a home at www.dfwhomebuying.com. That's dfwhomebuying.com.
Kenny Matthews, Friday Night Glory. Man, how did Aledo this morning? And I got this big stud over here, Jason Llewellyn, tight end for the Bearcats, going to kind of partial, Oklahoma. A whirlwind deal for you. Talked to you earlier in Boss Sets. You said going to pray, let it kind of go out. Talk a little bit about the last couple of weeks and then why you stood firm with Oklahoma.
It's been a crazy last couple of weeks with all the mess it's been is a good way to put it. But, my decision was just to sit back and wait, see what was going to happen, see what coaches they were going to bring in. Because, when Coach Stoops and Coach Finley came and visited me, he just kind of told me, obviously, Oklahoma's still Oklahoma. It's not going to get any worse, and they're not going to get a bad coach. Like Stoops said in his interview, it's a very appealing job. A lot of people are going to want this job. We're not going to bring in just anybody. It's going to be a really, really good coach. And then Coach Venables was hired Sunday night, and I think I was his first call Monday morning. And so he talked to me and told me what he was going to do and his plan and the staff that he was going to put together. And that fired me up and kind of made all those pieces that were kind of shuffled around and mixed up when Coach Riley left. They were back set in place and set in stone, and just knowing that and knowing that I didn't have any more questions, I didn't have any more confusion or being unsure. I was like, all right, this is definitely where I still want to be.
When we talked in September, we talked about John Finley, being a local guy, being the tight end coach there at Oklahoma, how much that meant to you. Talk a little bit about him being retained. That had to help a little bit for you too, didn't it?
Oh yeah, no doubt. He was definitely a big part of why I committed there in the first place, with his experience and knowledge. Playing at Oklahoma, playing in the league, and just being at different universities, coaching tight ends, and just having that knowledge from so many different places and people. Being able to go up there and be coached by him and mentored by him, that's a big reason why I committed. And having him be able to stay on the staff and be my coach is another reason why I really was all right, this is definitely where I still want to be.
And he's rising in the coaching ranks too. He's, not sure he'll last all 4 years. You might get an OC job or something. Did that kind of factor in a little bit too? Because he's really climbing up the coaching ranks.
Yeah, no doubt. He's an amazing coach, and I definitely think he'll get a bump up here soon. But as long as I get to get coached by him for however long it is, that's all I need.
Let's talk a little bit about your Aledo career. Storied state championships, playing for the legendary Coach Buck. What is your last memories there of being a Bearcat?
It's awesome. I've been here. I've been in Aledo my whole life, and growing up playing Pee Wee ball and wanting to be a Bearcat, playing on Friday nights, and then making it happen. As a sophomore, being on varsity and winning the state championship my sophomore year and junior year, it's just an unreal feeling. I remember my very first game on varsity, running out of the banner into the lights, the fans cheering. It was an unreal moment, but. Just some of these last memories are just, these practices and team dinners, because it's so much bigger than football. It's not just, going out and playing and being on TV or whatever it may be. It's the team dinners, the position dinners, the laughs and the jokes, and us messing around in the locker room. All that stuff is just the memories and stuff that I'll cherish forever. And getting, all these guys I've grown up with my whole life. They're my best friends. They're my brothers forever. And just getting to, finish everything out with them and play in Aledo and play on this team. All the way to the end is just something really special and that I'll always cherish.
My last question will be to you. When you wake up this morning, you're going to be a Sooner. What's that feeling when you wake up and knowing you're going to sign to a university like that, and the excitement? Just a sheer moment of what that is like for us that never had that opportunity.
It's crazy, man. I couldn't hardly sleep last night, man. It's like Christmas. It's just you can't sleep. You're fired up. You're excited. Your adrenaline's going. And so, waking up this morning and being able to sign and make it official and just all confirmed, it's unreal. It's such an amazing feeling. And knowing I'm going to one of the best schools in the country with the best fan base and the best culture and family, it's just awesome. And it's just such a sense of relief and, excitement, man. I'm fired up and I'm ready to go.
I said one last question, but I do now really one last question. What has it been for your family to be part of all of this, especially with the turmoil, and all that? What have they meant to your mom and dad?
It's meant so much. They've been so helpful, just guiding me and helping me out, giving me advice, and also just kind of letting me, choose my own path. Even when all this confusion happened, they were like, it's at the end of the day, it's your decision whether I flip, whether I go somewhere else, whether I stick with Oklahoma. They just want me to be happy and pick what's the best fit for me. But they've been so much help and so supportive and everything, and I can't thank them enough for everything they've done these past couple weeks and my whole life. And so it's just, I can't thank them enough, and I love them so much. And I mean, they're awesome.
OU fans, we finally got an Aledo Bearcat to come to the University of Oklahoma on a football scholarship. We finally did. Coach Buck, we finally got one. Man, Jason, I appreciate everything, man. I've been very partial to you for the first time I interviewed you last year. Being with the Krites, that's also a deal plus for me, man. But, man, I'm so happy for you, and I'm so happy for your family. And, we got to do one more for the camera for Boomer Sooner. Jason Llewellyn, signing day. Kenny Matthews, Friday Night Glory.